I'm tired, but I'm fine. I feel like from the district is much easier than for me, even so Ukraine is my home.
Mm. You're tired, but you're fine. I'm fine, but I'm tired. The first thing first. The main reason why I went to Ukraine is because my girlfriend is from Ukraine and she hasn't seen her family in almost 1.5 years. Quick side note, the war started in 2014, but there was not a full-scale invasion like it is now, which is the reason why you will hear people say full-scale invasion. That's what they mean by 24 of February 2022. There is a good documentary on Netflix, I will link it below. I was going to make a video, this video kind of, which was going to be something like, I don't really notice the war, like I don't hear any rockets. This is not totally true. I was going to make a video about explaining how I, as a foreign who doesn't speak Ukrainian and comes from like Scandinavia, how I noticed the war. Because you clearly noticed the war in Ukraine, but it was maybe not in the sense that I was kind of expecting or something. I'm not really sure because it's a difficult I'm not really sure how to describe it, and I'm gonna get to this point a bit later when I was walking in this park. But it's so strange that I can walk in this park, walk around peaceful, the sun is shining and the weather is sweet, and at the same time know that people like relatively not that far away is fighting for the country and fighting for what they are believing in. Like how can I still have problems to describe this. Also, I don't feel very comfortable talking about this stuff because I don't want to sound like I'm talking on behalf of Ukrainians. They are more than capable of describing and talking about this and informing about this all on their own, and they do amazing jobs, which is why I also mentioned that I was not sure if I'm going to put this part in because I don't want to sound like I'm talking on behalf of anyone. I'm just talking on behalf of me and in this situation and how I felt and the surreal feeling when I was walking in this park, which was a quite nice park. This place is where the terrorists, the Russian state, bombed and killed dozens of people. And there's no military, it's just people living there the normal life. One person which I talked to yesterday, she is Ukrainian, but she lives in another country, and for many years now, every summer she said she's coming to Ukraine, kind of like summer vacation. She said that last year she went there in the summer, and the first 1 or 2 weeks, she didn't notice that much of the war. And then she was like, okay, it's kind of, I guess, the same situation as I'm in now. And then after this, she was like, one time she heard, I think it was maybe someone shot down a drone or something, and she heard it by the night. Because from what I can understand, it's Russians. They send rockets during nights into where people live, like this building I'm looking at now. I don't have the definition of terrorist in my head at the moment, but this is something terrorists would do. I was not sure if I'm going to show this part. Also, I just wanted to clarify that I haven't talked to that many people, but a few people I have talked to, like everyone knows someone who is in the military. Everyone has at least a couple of friends who is fighting. But it's a very strange feeling because at the moment now, like in this moment, the city and everyone is thinking everything is peaceful. But every night, every day and every night, these Russians try to kill these people. So today is Wednesday, and I have been in Dnipro since Monday. Like, the city is huge. Like, I come from Norway, from this second biggest city in Norway, Bergen. I don't know how many people live in like the city center. It's not a lot, but in the region, it's about 300,000, I think, if I remember correct. Yeah, but here it lives 1.5 million at the moment. I was told yesterday. Yeah, before the full-scale invasion there was about 1 million people, but now it's 1.5 because many people come from other regions to Dnipro because it's, I guess I was told it's more quiet part. But the amount of cars they have there, the amount of cool cars they have in Dnipro is beyond my mind. There's a lot of Porsche, Panamera, Cayman. We also have a lot of this in Bergen. But the thing is, they also have huge amount of M3s, M4s, M5, M6, Audi, RS6, all the AMGs. And it's like, they don't have, I haven't seen so many like older cars modified. But they have a lot of like newer cars. And at least yesterday we was in this bar, Old Pal, which can recommend if you ever come to Dnipro. It was apparently it's the best cocktail bar in Dnipro or maybe in Ukraine. I'm gonna change that. Yeah, where was I? Cocktail bar. Can recommend this place. We sat outside in this place and it was just every 5 minutes maximum. It was like, oh, that's another, I don't know the Mercedes that well or almost at all, but like AMG V8 stuff driving by, and M3s, RS6s, Porsches, like the GT3s, GT4s, and it's kind of amazes me how much they have, because I thought there was a lot in Bergen. I mean, we have a lot, I think. But I heard that they have a lot of industry in Dnipro region or Oblast, which is part of why many people can have this type of cars. So I've been there, took the train from, actually I can start with the beginning, at the end of the last video. It was in Zakarpattia, in Solodchang, something like that. This iPhone quality, hopefully it's good. We are in Mukachevo, I think it's called, and we're about to take a train to Dnipro. We are leaving today, Zakarpattia Oblast. The train is going to be here in 30-20 minutes, then we're going to leave. I'm just spending time walking around trying to capture some, I don't know, scenery. This is the train station, and I'm not sure which way we are gonna go. I guess this way. Took the train from, I don't remember the name and I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but took the train from the nearest town, the nearest city, across the country. So we are on the train now, on the way from Zakarpattia to Dnipro. And this is the coupe. Me and Alina has this, and this bunker, in the bunker, sleeping bed. And then another guy has these. Ended up, after many hours in the train, we ended up in Dnipro. Slept on the train. It was an experience. I'm gonna do the same tomorrow. We took the train with my girlfriend's family. They live in this area, and I don't know what else to tell. Maybe I should try to. I would love to show you actually all the cars, or many of the cars which are here. But as I said, it's mostly during night or evening when they come out. Just want to make clear that it's so weird that it's kind of like peaceful now, where I am now, and at the same moment I know there's people fighting for the country and what they believe in. It's a strange feeling. I hope I don't come across as super ignorant. And I also want to, since we are on this topic, I want to recommend at least one podcast, no, two podcasts, which I listen to, and it's Ukraine the Latest. It comes out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They talk about what's going on, give you news which are related to this war. And there's also KYIV Independent. They usually come out once per week. Also have the podcast called Eastern Front, which is also, I think, one time per week, if I remember correct. I try to keep updated by listening to this. And all of these are in English. Also, before I end this segment, or whatever I'm gonna call it, Ukraine is a beautiful country. We took the train, and some of these places were looked like a fairy tale when we were on the train passing by these villages. Yeah, it looked like straight out of a fairy tale book or something. I really enjoy this country, and people are so friendly, all people, except this one guy who started to yell at me in Ukrainian. I could not understand because he didn't want me to film it close to here. But other than that, it's all people I've met is just all what you can expect from friendly people. Also, behind me here is the Dnipro River, which divides the country in two, all the way from, I think it comes from Belarus, and all the way to the Black Sea. And it passes through here. I think 2 or 3 times he invited me to Bakhmut.
Yeah, but that was just a joke.
Yeah, of course.